huge signing.
Yes, he is. Hey ho, let's go. We're partying in the Raider Nation today. Anyway, fantasy baseball. Thank you for joining us tonight as this week Mike and I look at the best of the best of what shapes up as a very talented rookie class. And also we will dive into a few of the key position battles, which, yeah, they matter in Major League Baseball, but quite frankly, they matter more for my fantasy team because that is what we do. Before we get to all that, though, we begin the show by asking you the question, where else would you rather be than right here? Go Raiders! Right now. You're looking live at our split studios. This is Fantasy Baseball Now, episode 77, the Ray Bork edition.
Jesus.
Part of the Ball9.com podcast network. We'll probably get into a little more World Baseball Classic. Scooble, will he, won't he? I don't know. What up?
I know he's leaving after tonight. So
is he?
There's that. But it's Paul Skeen's day, so who gives a rat's ass about anything else?
Evening, big man.
And they're getting ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Before we start that episode, it is the Ray Bork Colorado Avalanche edition of the show, the winning edition, not the perennial loser edition that he had previous to his trip to Colorado
for 20 years.
Follow us
non-winning, really,
at ball9.com, on our Facebook account, on our application formerly known as Twitter, the X, on our Instagram account.
We got a lot of shit going on social media.
Big man. We got big man. We'll get to you. I got a couple position battles to talk about. Hopefully you'll stay awake long enough to chime in on these.
Get him some Red Bull and some
coffee. Get him some Red Bull. But it is WBC, and they're getting ready to tee off. And I got to tell you, I've watched both USA games, but I've watched an inordinate amount of this friggin' tournament. Just a ridiculous amount of this tournament. But I am all in on deep dynasty watch list Joseph Contreras as of the other night.
Is that the 17-year-old that got judged to ground out with a broken bat?
That's Jose Contreras' son, yes.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
He's a Vandy signing. But I think after the other night, now that they've got real StatCast metrics on him, I don't know if he's going to end up going to Vanderbilt. He may get drafted. He may end up being a first-round draft pick.
Wow.
But that's the part of that's the uniqueness of this tournament, right? You got a kid from that's on Britain that's pitching at Columbia right now, pitching against the U.S. the other night. You've got guys from Brazil that are construction workers playing. You've got, it's just outstanding. You got walk-off drama. You got the Dominican team playing everything like it's friggin' Mardi Gras. I mean, it's crazy how much energy they have. It's a fun tournament. It really is, but it's a difficult balancing act because you walk out of this as an owner from a fantasy standpoint. Like, you love it as a baseball fan because you like to watch baseball that's somewhat meaningful, probably more than somewhat meaningful. But you don't want any of your guys to get hurt.
No, Scooble, go. You got to lead Team Pugsley baseball this year.
He decided today he's leaving after today.
Yeah, I think he started to get caught up in the emotion and the funness of it all. And then he's like, no.
And my other observation is, like, Logan Webb growing that mustache. He looks like every convenience store manager in the United States right now. He literally looks like you walk into a convenience store, you want to see the manager, and it's that guy. Okay. Looks like a 50-year-old man with a mustache that should be working, that's down on his luck, could have had a different job, probably divorced, can't see his kids only maybe once a month. Like, that's what he looks like. He was fucking was all right. He was great. Michael, I mean, you start looking at guys though. I mean, I know the U.S. isn't hitting, but they're not pitching to him. So there is that. There's that fear of pitching to him. So they're not getting a ton of, and they're walking a lot. They're not getting a lot to hit. but those guys are getting a lot of at bats. I mean, they got 7 at bats in the Brazil game. They got 5 at bats the other night, so they're getting as many or more at bats as they would get if they were still with their teams. And the pitchers are right on schedule, right? So like Waka goes 3, Webb goes 3. Like these guys are pretty much right on schedule for where they should be. But you got 3 guys on this team, Webb, Skeens, and Skubal, who are lined up for opening day starts, and that's a dicey.
It's different. It's different. Hitters and pitchers are different in this because hitters, you want them in the big spot, big crowd, everyone's juiced. I don't want my pitchers getting that and thinking it's late August and they're in a pennant drive and they're going out throwing late. Not this early.
You know what though? Like because tonight's small, so I'm glad I'm on mute but Adam Wainwright's really good on this coverage. And he's played in this tournament, and he's like, you can still make your opening day start. He goes, you pitch a second game, you got 9 days till opening day, you pitch a sim game, and then you go. He goes, I did it. He goes, guys, I don't understand. He goes, sometimes I don't understand why we're doing it. He goes, I do get it. And he did say he did get it in Skubal's case because he is in a contract year, and
yeah,
they were kind of joking that they're getting calls in the Mark DeRosa's fielding calls from AJ Hinch and Scott Boras at the same time about his guy. But it's a fun tournament, and it's better than watching the last 4 innings of any spring training game with a bunch of guys with numbers in the 90s who are never going to be on a major league roster, and pitchers that are just getting tuned up. I mean, I wonder if Manny's kid got into Manny's stash
supplements.
Angels prospects, like, I mean, that's the other thing is now they're playing against major league players, and these teams have not seen these kids except for at the level that they've ever played, and now they're seeing them with a little bit of pressure against major league players, and they're acquitting themselves pretty well.
Yeah.
So it does give you. I mean, it does have. There's definitely some benefit for baseball fans. There's huge benefit. You can't play it in the summer. That's a dumb idea. Every idiot that's posting, they're only being dwarfed by the idiots that are making up trades and signings on Twitter on the first day of free agency and making sure I don't get this account banned by responding. It's been a very difficult day. It's been a very difficult day for me not to respond to some of the bullshit I've seen for players.
Jamal Adams and Geno Smith are heading to New York.
and Brian Thomas in a 7th for Breece Hall. Those are the 3 things today that just look at Geno Smith up. Fine. I don't care. Look at Tua signed with Atlanta, so I don't care now. Like, as long as Tua's not going to New York, I don't care what happens. I mean, that knucklehead. When you're only 5 under 40 degrees. But let's get back to baseball.
Rookie.
And I'm gonna like, I left guys off this.
Hard to.
And it's not like, so we've already seen Basallo, we've already seen Jensen, we've already seen Eldridge, we've already seen Sal Stewart, we've already seen Logan Henderson, we've already seen a little bit of Bubba Chandler. They're all gonna not only make the roster, but they're all going to be impactful players. And I'm like, Carter Jensen for me. Your internet can go out now, big man from Massachusetts. Like, Carter Jensen for me is Carter Jensen at all costs. Like, he's rising. I like him better than Basallo. I know Basallo has more power, but Jensen has a position, and Basallo's kind of in between.
Well, the key with Basallo is if you're drafting him as a catcher, depending on your league eligibility rules, our league, he needs 20 games before essentially June 1st, or else he's not a catcher. I think he'll spell Rutschman enough to get it, but I don't know when he's going to get it. So that's the only question mark there.
Well,
but you can't question his bat.
That's also the Weatherholt question, because Weatherholt is going to play second base. They're not moving Mason Wynn. And he's going to be eligible as a shortstop coming up, or a utility player. but he is 100% gonna play. DeLauder's 100% gonna play. Sal Stewart is gonna play. He's dropped a little bit in ADP. I mean, signing Lau, they've got 2 third basemen. It's a little crowded. Spencer Steer playing a little second. McLean playing a little short. Like they're moving. They have a lot of interchangeable parts in Cincinnati. Eldridge will spell Devers at first. He'll split DH.
Yep.
He had a little cup of coffee. I mean, you and I both love Logan Henderson.
I think Logan Henderson's going to be the best rookie pitcher in the NL this year. I don't think that's a huge stretch to say.
Well, McLean still qualifies. Chandler still qualifies, but it's not far-fetched. Amaya is going to qualify.
I remind people about Henderson. He came up before Mizorowski last year.
He did. If he didn't get hurt, he would have been in that rotation, and Mizorowski might have spent the year in AAA.
Yeah, you don't know. So that's how but talk about Justin Crawford. First of all, Jesus Christ, I feel old enough without realizing that Carl Crawford's son. Great stolen bases, great batting average. He's going to play. Rojas just got dealt 80 games for PEDs. Yeah. It's his job to lose in Philly.
He's a 2.5 category player. His contact, his ball to bat is elite. He doesn't strike out. So the ball's always in play. There he is. Skeens already with a strikeout. His ball to bat skills are great. He runs like a lunatic.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the power that his father had. Nor did he steal money from the Red Sox like his father did.
Theft.
But he's a really good, pick him up, put him down, center fielder. He's going to score runs because he's in that lineup. They'll probably hit him 9. That would be my guess, because that's kind of the way the lineup always lines up here in Philly. But at 304, like, he's going to play.
Yeah.
They don't have a ton of options, right? I mean, what are the outfield options in Philadelphia? Brandon Marsh, the man with the largest skull in America, Adolis Garcia.
Yep.
Crawford. Kepler suspended. Rojas is suspended. Castellanos is in San Diego. I mean, there are not a lot of options in the outfield. I mean, do they move Harper back to the outfield and give split Bohm between third and first? I don't know, but he's going to play. And then Benji, like Carson Benji's another one that I thought his ADP would be higher.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's blocking him, right? I mean, Robert's going to play, but like, what's the rest of the outfield for the Mets? Soto in left.
I think he's a good value in fantasy because he seems
he's
like
a great value at that number for sure.
He seems like the type of guy that could go in if he gets a shot and ignite that team. You get some youth in there, some energy. He's the perfect guy for that. He's just got to earn the at-bats.
But who's not on here is Amaya in Houston.
Yeah.
He's a must-draft guy. Mick Abel in Minnesota. He's going to be in the rotation, and he's had a tremendous spring.
Yeah, crazy good.
Jordan Lawler, who's having a tremendous spring, and we'll get to that when we talk about the outfield in Arizona. I mean, there are impact rookies, and so the contrarian me, because that's always where I am, is they're like Connor Griffin. They're gonna send him to AAA. I guarantee it.
They're not going to keep him up.
And I don't think so. I think they're going to call him up end of April.
Okay.
I think they're going to give him more at bats. He didn't play in AAA last year. I mean, should they call him up? Yes. But these cheap ass bastards with their clock ticking on arbitration, like like look at the organization and look who's cheap and look who's going to try to save a year. And those are the guys who are going to start in AAA, and then they'll get called up, and then they'll make an impact, and then we'll have that May 1st conversation about here's the guys that are coming up that you need to grab. The other two that I've been thinking about is I don't know how with what Luis, with what DeVries is doing in spring training.
Yeah,
I don't know how they don't just keep him.
I said
they're prone to do that, Sean.
I said in the offseason, latest he's coming up is August, but I said in the offseason when I had Jacob Wilson on my team, I was thinking about don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if they are trying to make some sort of impact, but that it's a gross incompetence in their organization. I wouldn't be shocked if he breaks camp with them. I think he's that good.
I don't see. So with Butler hurt, that makes McLean's flexibility better.
You could put McNeil out in the outfield.
McNeil, I mean. That makes his flexibility a little more valuable where he can place him outfield, place him infield.
You might be able to flip. I don't know, Max Muncy, who not that Max Muncy, the other
Max Muncy.
He may be in line for third base. I don't know if he has some second base in his history as well.
I don't know.
And put DeVries over at third. That kid, he can hit, and he's having a great spring.
Yeah, he is.
It wouldn't shock me if he breaks camp with the A's.
I agree.
And the big man in Massachusetts still has him on his roster, and cut down day is 9 days away.
Muncy qualifies on CBS as second base and third base.
Okay, so that tells you Muncy's got a history of second base. So you could put DeVries at third base, put Muncy at second, and there you go. And your kid infield is ready to go.
And then Jesus Made in Milwaukee. Ortiz is a nice player. You're not moving Terang. Luis Rengifo is a nice player. Neither of those two guys are better than Jesus Made, and he's tearing it up too. And they have a track record of promoting 20-year-old players with Churio, and I wouldn't be shocked if he made the roster coming up, or if he was very quickly afterwards. Like there could be veterans that get moved out for their young guys in a short order because they're going to win no matter what, and the best players are going to play. I mean, that's one thing I don't know. I can't figure the Brewers out. I don't think they're any good, and then they win a division. And then I don't think they're any good again, and they win a division. And then they trade their best pitcher.
Pat Murphy wins Manager of the Year.
Yeah, again. And again. And they play the right way, and they play hard, and they have a system that they want to play, and they don't care about hitting 1 million home runs, but they want the ball in play.
And their nickname is after beer. It's a beer thing.
It is a beer thing. But it's the opposite of Harvey's Wallbangers.
True.
So there's a lot of kids, and you got to really start to think about now as you start looking at where they fall in ADP, and I know Sal Stewart's getting a ton of hype, but I mean, I know he is, and Chandler is too, and his walks are up a little bit, so that's a little bit concerning. But Crawford, DeLauder, and Benji especially, that's great value at that spot.
Yeah.
And if you have bench spots, why not? And if you're in an AL NL only league and it's dynasty, they're going way before that, because you're taking a flyer on these guys, and if they suck, you cut them. That's just the way it goes. Because I've got my NL only draft tomorrow night.
If I go to draft Carter Jensen, I'm going to open up the window in Albany where I'm sitting, and I should be able to hear you 4 hours away in Philly.
It'll only because I took Drake Baldwin first, bub. That's the only way it's going to happen. That is the only way it's going to happen. There's some catcher became deep all of a sudden, or deeper
Yes, it did.
all of a sudden. After, I mean, we've I feel like this has been every week since we started doing this. After Raleigh goes, after William Contreras goes, there's a lot of catchers.
Yep.
That are okay. That will be. You won't be out of your mind having them in your lineup.
Oh, Will Smith, Langoliers, they're elite.
Gabe Marino in Arizona is ready for a breakout. I mean, there's definitely catchers. You can always fall back on Real Muto. I mean, you got Alvarez in New York, and he was great.
Ben Rice with catcher eligibility, at least to begin.
Yeah.
Play the rules, know the rules of your game, know the rules of your league.
And definitely look at your position eligibility of your league. So now we got this mess. Good God. Well, Tommy Edman started to participate in baseball activity.
Yep.
But who? I mean, I guess he's the second baseman.
They got Hai-Sung Kim, and Miguel Rojas could run for mayor of that clubhouse. He's got a job for life after the home run in the World Series. And if you track Rojas's history, he is like the greatest clubhouse guy you're ever going to have.
And you've got Freeland, you got Alex Freeland, and you got Betts that could move, and Freeland could go to short. I mean, the last team to worry about is who's going to get the job, and of any team is the Dodgers. Just draft them.
Yeah,
just draft them all, and then figure it out after the draft which one's going to be playing.
Well, if I had to pick one, I would pick Edman. I think it's his job to lose. He's a former NLCS MVP. He's capable of more.
I agree with that.
He would be the guy I would pick. You would think that he's going to get that job, unless the thought with him is you settle him into utility role, get some outfield in.
But he's not. But he's an April 1st guy.
He's going to play.
He's definitely going to play.
He's going to play. So as long as he maintains the eligibility, at least for fantasy purposes, he's the best option there.
And in a Diamondbacks outfield, I mean, Corbin Carroll's good. Obviously, now they say he's going to be ready for opening day, which is
and Gurriel is coming back.
And Gurriel's coming back, and they got Alec Thomas, who they love.
Yeah, and
Waller's having a great spring. Waldschmidt's having a great spring. Yep. I mean, Pavin Smith's going to look like he's going to play first base, so DH opens up. That's good problems when they can. I mean, they've moved off guys pretty quickly. When they moved off McCarty pretty quickly. So, like Tiger shortstop, I think I know who's going to get that job, and it ain't going to be Javi Baez.
I think it's going to be the kid.
Hitting 370.
You could do worse than McKinstry. He's not going to kill you, but McGonigal is special. And they're all in. They're all in. The only reason Scuba's still in that team without
they are who's going to help us win
this year,
right now, because they have to be all in. Even though they signed Valdez, they've got to be all in because this is probably the last year of Scubal there.
Yeah,
I don't see him signing him for $40 million. Do you?
If they don't sign him by opening day, and I think the negotiations are done. They're not going to.
They're
not. Because if they wanted to sign him, they would have. You don't let a guy that talented go in opening day without a contract and think you're going to get him back. You're not.
They've already shown their hand and what they offered in arbitration and what he got.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they're resigned to him going to the Dodgers or wherever, the Mets, the Yankees, the Phillies, the Blue Jays. He's going someplace. Someplace that doesn't care how much it costs. They're going to pay him. Brewers closer is interesting.
Yes.
I draft them. I mean, especially in a league that's got holds, I draft McGill and Avenue Uribe. I draft them both. It sounded like coming into the year that they had decided that Uribe was the guy. But McGill was pretty damn good last year.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. And he got hurt.
Yeah, but when he came back, he was still good.
Yeah.
But you got to watch it. I mean, hopefully they name it before we draft, but they're not going to name it before tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Or they may not ever name
problem.
it. They may not. Again, you know, we talk about the Brewers. They may never name it. It might be just take them both.
True.
Take the innings, and in head-to-head, it won't hurt you because in head-to-head, especially because if you have a 25 inning minimum, they're going to both pitch they're both going to pitch, and maybe it'll be dependent on matchups, and they'll both get save opportunities, and maybe not. And the U.S. already has the bases loaded.
Okay.
And then the Yankee outfield, this fucking Trent Grisham thing's making my head explode.
What? Worst contract of the offseason. Why they QO'd him, I'll never get. But the problem I have with it is now they're going to play him. He had a great year last year. Now they have to.
Well,
he had a great year last year. I don't know if he can replicate it, but they just don't know what to do with this young talent that they get.
They have to play him because he's the best defensive option in center field. Even though Bellinger could do a good job there and Judge could do a good job there, they're not as good defensively as him.
Yeah.
So that means Dominguez is on the outside looking in. That means Spencer Jones is on the outside looking in. And these other 80 guys that they signed, Randall Grichuk and all these other guys floating around. I think Dominguez is going to end up breaking camp.
Yep.
And then he'll be insurance for Stanton if his elbows fall off or whatever. But typical Yankees, my highest level of frustration is when they have peak value as prospects and you know you're going to keep signing guys, they're going to press these kids down. Just friggin' trade them and get the world for them.
Yep.
Like they wouldn't trade Spencer Jones, and that's why they didn't get Dylan Cease. And I'm not a big Dylan Cease fan, but Dylan Cease wouldn't have hurt him last year.
No.
And if Spencer Jones goes to the south side and hits 40 homers and strikes out 300 times, they can give him Adam Dunn's number, and let's call it a day. So Nashville's catcher. Here's one of the byproducts of the WBC is Henry Ford's playing for Britain.
Yes, he is.
If Kelbert Ruiz is the starting catcher, nobody on earth is drafting him. Even in a 2-catcher league, you probably aren't drafting him.
He gives you nothing.
If Henry Ford gets the job, he might give you 20 stolen bases. And 20 stolen bases out of catcher, a grand slam stat win. Because nobody does that. You got to go back to JT for that. Like the catchers don't run like that. And he steals bases.
And for people not familiar with Ford, he's only not in Seattle because Cal Raleigh has exploded.
Right.
You know, Ford's a big league catcher, just hasn't had the opportunity
yet. The Red Sox fifth starter, let's do both the Red Sox, right? So the Red Sox fifth starter and the Red Sox outfield DH. Oviedo's been phenomenal in spring training. And fifth starter usually doesn't matter from a fantasy standpoint, but I think with this team it does. Because they're going to be pretty good. That hurt me. I just threw up in my mouth when I said
that. Too late. Sound on video.
But I think they're going to be pretty good. And they've got insurance in case somebody gets injured or Sonny Gray sucks, which I pray for on a daily basis. But between Early and Peyton Toll and Oviedo, like one of those guys is going to be in a rotation, which makes them draftable. It probably the big man here comes the Red Sox. Here comes our Red Sox.
But what do you do with the kids? Do you bullpen them? Do you put them in AAA?
I think they're setting. It looks to me like they're setting Tolley up to be, paying Toll to be the closer. It feels like that's what they're doing with him, or maybe because they're not starting him in games. He's coming in during the spring. He's coming in and pitching, the 5th, 6th, 7th, and it's great. Great, you got 7 strikeouts against a bunch of guys that are going to be a double A against the Yankees the other day. But he's pitched pretty well, and Brian Bello sucks, frankly. So actually, it should be 2 of those 3 guys should be in the rotation, and Brian Bello should be pitching for the Yakult Swallows or something. Like, he's terrible. But they signed him to a big contract, so he's staying. And then you got this glut between outfield and DH with Abreu, Rafaela, Duran, Anthony, and Yoshida.
Yoshida, yeah.
Yoshida's still getting paid. And I guess if you're okay with IKF playing second base, then you don't have to worry about moving Rafaela back to the infield. Abreu's a platinum glove center fielder. You're not moving him. They didn't trade Duran, which we all thought they were going to do, for another pitcher. They didn't do that. So you can't get enough at bats for all those guys. I mean, they got 2 first basemen. That's a problem. Because if Cassis is any good, what do you do with him? He's got no value at this point.
Yeah.
You got Contreras. Contreras isn't going to catch. Those are first world problems for a team, but they're problems from a fantasy standpoint, because you're looking at drafting players, pitchers. You're looking at drafting pitchers that are on good teams that are going to give you innings that make you want to have them on your roster. Hitters, you want guys that are going to hit, that are going to play.
Yep.
Like 150 games. Well, how are you going to play 150 games if you got 5 guys for 4 spots? Kind of hard.
Yeah, and especially I don't even think it's 5 for 4, because I don't think Duran or Roman Anthony are coming out of that lineup anytime soon.
I don't think so.
And Yoshida's the problem.
And defensively, I don't know how you take Abreu out of the lineup, no matter what he hits. No matter what he hits. I mean, it's like Clark and Sacramento. How do you take him out of the lineup when you cover 70%? It's like Gary Maddox, right? It's like you cover 70% of the outfield. How do you take guys like that out of your lineup when they're that good defensively?
You're right. If Denzel Clark can stay healthy, he could hit $170 and still play center field.
Yeah. I mean, you can live with it because the run saved is massive. If you can save as many runs as you would produce it as a hitter, that's a lot of value.
Yeah.
Not for us. For fantasy, it's not. It's not any value at all. So who's going to be the closer in Texas? Since I don't like the Rangers even a little bit, I hope it's Alexis Diaz.
I think it will be. Chris Martin kind of had his shot last year, and he didn't.
Robert Garcia too. That's probably a weight position, right? You probably wait and see who's piling them up, or take a bench flyer on one of those 3 guys and hope that they turn out to be the guy. And it's very similar in Arizona. I was stunned that they didn't sign a closer in the offseason, and they're going in looking like Kevin Ginkel's going to be their closer. And I mean, AJ Puck, they tried that. He can't stay healthy.
No.
Unfortunately, Justin Martinez still hurt. I mean, Ryan Thompson's closed a little bit. He was terrible when he closed. Paul Sewell's 100. And he's so much better as a setup guy than he is as a closer. Paul Skeen's cruising along here.
Is Livy there?
I don't know. There's a bunch of guys in the crowd with Air Force baseball uniforms on now. Him and Griffin Jacks. Griffin Jacks, the first academy player to ever play in the WBC the other night. So these aren't the only position battles. There are others. You got to figure out what's going on in Cincinnati. You got to look at the kids that we just mentioned and who gets those jobs. And I mean, we're getting down to it. I mean, it's the 9th. In 16 days they play for real. Taking whimsical picks on guys, depending on how your league's constructed. If you're a no bench league,
That's
I mean, there's some NFBC leagues that are no bench, no moves. Like you draft your team, that's it. Jeez. You could be in big trouble. You could be in big trouble.
Yeah, some of this stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's not just that the season starts the 25th. It's drafts happen before then.
Way before
this. So it's decision time is now. You have a draft tomorrow. I mean, it's
I do.
Tough call to make. If you could find a way to handcuff them to get both guys like Uribe and McGill and then figure it out, not a bad option because whoever gets that job, that's a desirable job.
So speaking of my draft tomorrow, I'll pull the audience. I picked 4th. Here are the top, and I'm taking a hitter because I've got 4 pitchers that I saved. Acuna, Carroll, Schwarber, Machado, Olson. I'm going to guess Acuna goes 1.
Yeah.
I'm hoping people are terrified of Carroll and they don't take him and he lands to me. It's all Philly fans. So Schwarber's never going to get to. Schwarber might go 1.
Okay.
I'm going to have to pick between Olson and Machado. Third base is a horrible position, and it's worse when it's only one league. It's so much worse when the 2 best players at the position are in the American League and you're in a National League only draft. It's so much worse. I hate Manny Machado.
Yes.
I hate him.
I hear that.
If his name comes out of my mouth tomorrow, I might have been overserved at 6 p.m. tomorrow night.
No, it's very likely. I mean, let's face it. In our world, that's called Tuesday.
It's called Tuesday. I think it's going to end up being Olson for me. I mean, Bregman's still there. Chapman's still there. Gio Suarez is still there. I think I have a half a shot of getting Suarez or O'Neal Cruz on the way back, despite the fact I don't want to take O'Neal Cruz. This is a weird scoring league because the stats stack up individually. So instead of it's head to head, but instead of accumulating points for like head to head points, you have team batting average, you have team batting average, you have team runs, you have team homers, you have team stolen bases, you have team RBIs, you have team on base percentage, you have team wins, team saves, team strikeouts, team ERA, team whip, team holds. So you're trying to win each week. Like there's 10 total points available.
Yeah.
On a weekly basis, and you're trying to win each week. And when you're trying to win each week, you can't like homers is you could be running uphill in home runs pretty quick and never have a shot. And I go into it saving, if I can find it. On my infield, I go on my hitters, I go in saving Betts, Churio, and Willie Adames. With Chandler, Mizorowski, McLean, and Green. Fucking Hunter Green.
Any update on him?
No,
I haven't seen anything.
I look for that I look for that as much as I looked at the free agent signings in football today. I've been looking at it pretty much every minute. I know he's supposed to get an MRI,
Yeah.
but and then get a second opinion. And there's no there's been no update on him at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 3 days.
like that tells me that for sure he's not going to be available for opening. He won't be pitching opening day. It'll probably be Nick Lodolo. But I would guess it'd be Nick Lodolo. But like if he's out until June, like in our league, I can't save a guy that's out till June.
No, you can't.
I might say Juan Duran, man. You never know. Might just get closer out of the way right out of the gate. Might buck the trend. Save a closer.
I was going to say buck them closers, but I shouldn't really swear like that because my
But-
kids watch this show.
But Brandon Woodruff pitched yesterday and made me happy. So I do have a fallback there if I need it. But I'm kind of hoping I don't. Like there's no injury news on him at all.
Yeah.
None. There's more injury news on Corbin Carroll and that he's going to probably be back for opening day than there is on Hunter Green, who everybody's waiting with bated breath to find out what's going to happen.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. How much can you invest in it? He's got a bad history. But you're right. I'm looking. There's no updates in a couple days now.
Nothing. That's a little disturbing, right? I mean, that's a little bit like no news is not good. It's fine. It's fine if you're the team. It's not good. It's not good at all when you're drafting guys. It's not good at all. Like March 4th was the last update. Like, come on, man. That's 5 days. As the big man in Massachusetts said, anytime you see the name Dr. Neil Elatrache, like it's like, oh Christ, here we go.
He's the new Dr. Andrews.
Yeah, he's the new Dr. Andrews. But James Andrews had him pitching in 3 weeks. Elatrache's got him pitching in 2028.
Nice.
Everybody gets shut down when they go see him and they get surgery. He must be on some kind of a quota, surgery quota.
I am off kilter on our schedule. What's next week? We have 2 shows left before opening day.
Tuesday next week, right?
Yes. We're going to try and
We're going to try to settle on Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us here on a rare Monday night. Mike's got a NL draft only draft tomorrow night. That's why we're coming tonight. We're going to try and settle in on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock Eastern going forward.
Yes, this is a rare Monday. This is a special edition, Monday special edition night.
True.
Feel like an Oscars preview.
Where are we at? What's on our grid next week? What's our topic? You're the topic guy.
Next week, we are updating our must and do not draft list. And we'll probably do a little low ADP. We'll probably do it versus ADP.
Yeah.
Right. So low ADP guys that you could overdraft. You can steal earlier. And then high ADP guys that maybe not. And then maybe we do an injury update.
All right.
And see if we can get any kind of information on this injury world. And then the following week, we will predict our division and World Series winners. I will not be predicting that the Red Sox win either the division or the World Series. But I will predict again the Red Sox to be in the playoffs. I will not be predicting the Baltimore Orioles to be playing anytime after whenever the last day of the season is.
Mine's already done. I got the Yankees 4th. Sorry.
I will not be predicting the White Sox to win the Central. That will not be happening. Nor will I be predicting the Rockies to win the West.
You're going on a limb here.
Or the Nationals. The Nationals will not win the East. I can go out on a limb right there, right now.
That's bold.
I know. I know. It's big. That's big breaking news right there. The Nationals will not win. If the Nationals win the National League East, everybody that's still tuned in, I'll send you $100 of Sean's money.
Perfect. What could go wrong?
Nothing. Now I'm rooting for them. Now I got to get a Nationals hat. Okay.
Tuesday, March 17th. Oh, St. Patrick's Day. Ooh.
The St. Patrick's Day edition. Green beer.
Yes.
Get the green beer out.
I'll see what I can do.
Now have a little Jameson going. Or Tullamore Dew.
Yeah, Jameson's a little rough.
It's good for you.
Jameson's a little rough. But the green beer, you ever had green beer?
I have had green beer. In fact, my one trip to, at the time, it was called U.S. Cellular Field in Chicago.
Oh, I was there with you that day. Right?
No, I was with my wife and my brother-in-law and his wife, and it was halfway to St. Patrick's Day. We had no idea.
I was with you.
What?
I think you were overserved.
I got 2 foul balls in back-to-back innings.
Yeah, Mrs. Pugsley and I were there that weekend. It must not have made such a great impact on you. Yeah,
I just remember drinking a giant green beer.
Yes.
And sitting on an aisle seat, and 2 foul balls rolled right to me, like back-to-back innings.
And a young Max Scherzer was pitching for the Tigers. I'm like, wow, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah, the old Max Scherzer spun 4 hitless innings yesterday. I don't care if it's spring training or not. He's 100. Verlander pitched yesterday or 2 days ago. Friggin' because it's like beach weather, they roll them out in those beach wheelchairs with the big giant inflated tires. Oh, Bobby Witt choked.
Okay.
No scoring too.
So next Tuesday is it.
Next Tuesday is it. And a WBC update. Come on.
All right. Be good. We're out.
I got a draft tomorrow, buddy. I need to know what the hell's going on. I need information now.
See ya.
If I leave right now, I could be in Cincinnati tomorrow morning.